Hi, this is Curt, and welcome to another edition of Fire Law Roundup.
Want to head to Alabama?
Yeah, let's go. Well, we're going back to Alabama. I got two Alabama cases.
Montgomery
back to
to
back.
here. Yeah.
So,
now we're going to go to Mobile. It's the M's in Alabama.
Mobile.
So here, we don't have a lot on it, but man, there's a lot to talk about with this.
Wow. And Brad, I've gotten emails from all over the country, people raising concerns about this. So, but
let's have a discussion. This is great. We could do a whole, Chip Comstock and all speaks on tattoos, but not the issue here, strangely. So here we have an Alabama firefighter. She was terminated allegedly, right? The department claims we terminated her because she has a tattoo on her head. I don't know what the tattoo is of.
No, wait a minute, because she's saying she was terminated because of the tattoo or something. The department is saying she had competency issues. So that's the immediate sort of red flag to me. Is this someone who was terminated for competency and is now kind of trying to sort of recreate history about why, or is her version of the events actually what happened?
Right. And here you report that she claims that she, at an event at the academy that resulted in two African-American captains who were defending her being disciplined. That's what happened, that she was being terminated for speaking up about that.
Right. That's her version. There's another version from the department. So it's another one of those. Who do you believe? But
and here's where I go. So I like to say, even if they were true, even if the department's correct, is it a legal basis to terminate somebody? So here they're saying that she was told to grow her hair to cover a tattoo on her head. Right. So the question is, is that what the discipline was? She refused to do it or not? I'm not sure. But is that a legal order? Is it a legal order to say cover up a tattoo? And, that's a whole long discussion, whether tattoo is a First Amendment right, and we know for a fact that a tattoo is speech. We also know for a fact that departments, for certain reasons, can require covering up of certain tattoos in certain locations. And a question, if this is true, then I got to ask, what did the tattoo say? How visible was it? Could they have just given her a hat? Is that part of the uniform? Is there a policy on tattoos? Right. I mean, it leaves so many questions, but what I would be focusing is on, even if the department is correct, what was the basis, right? What really was the basis for this tattoo issue? And was that a legal issue?
She's saying apparently someone reported her for the tattoo. So that was sort of volley number one. Someone reported her for the tattoo. She was told at that point after the investigation to grow her hair out, which she did. She grew her hair out. And then someone complained that her hair was not in conformance with the grooming policy. Okay, again, that's her version of it. She also says that she was involved in an incident at the academy with regard to firefighters not creating a noose, but talking about nooses. And she objected to the conversation about nooses and felt that it was inappropriate and reported it. And she said that that was why, all of those was why she was terminated, that it was pretty clear they were targeting her. The department, which I think now I'm looking at my post on it, you'd have to listen to the entire video, but from the department's perspective, they said she was terminated for competency reasons. And again, I think that this is a fairly common fact pattern that we see. When someone is terminated, they're going to go back and they're going to look at all these different things that happened to them over the course of their, in this case, brief career. And she was still on probation, by the way. And so there's a factual question about this. And we saw this is very similar in some respects to the Denver case that we talked about. Remember last September, I believe. And Denver had done a terrific job of documenting all of the different problems that this female firefighter had. And I think the fair question is whether or not Mobile is going to be able to demonstrate that this was really a competency, because if they can't, If they don't have the documentation, this was really about competency. Her narrative about what happened is probably going to be the one that is more believable.
Yeah, and this whole burden shifting and proof shifting, you said it right. And doesn't it go back to what we just talked about? You better have documents, right? If they're truly competency issues, when have they been important enough to document in somebody's record versus, oh, I just didn't like the way she threw a ladder, she needed to be better.
Yeah,
right?
and I mean, let's face it. Historically, the fire service has been white male, and as a result, you didn't need to have that kind of documentation. It wasn't really that necessary. Now, with diversity comes the requirement that we really get better at documenting all these things that historically we haven't been very good at, and maybe we got away with. We probably shouldn't have gotten away with it. But certainly now a case like this, and certainly the Denver case that we covered a couple of months ago, are good examples of that.
And look, in the fire service, we have something else that you and I don't think have ever talked about, but it is clearly present, is the gang up mentality, right? So 5 males don't like this woman for no other reason than something related to gender, or, oh, she appears too weak, she appears too short, she appears to whatever, right? And so they gang up and start complaining. But what I have had one case on so long ago is the judge's reproach to that. Well, a whole bunch of people are complaining is, I don't care about the other people. I care about the instructor evaluator. Show me the evaluations, right? Show me the follow-up to the complaint. Show me the testing. And what the judge said was so brilliant. I don't normally defend judges for obvious reasons now, but what the judge said was so brilliant is, if it was so serious, you would have think there would have been evaluation, testing, and retraining.
Yeah.
Right? Where is the evaluation? Where's the testing? Where's the training and the retraining? And the judge said, again, this is probably going back 15 years of my career, but said to the person, where did you attempt to retrain the individual? And they said, well, we didn't. We just determined he or she at the time couldn't do the job. And the judge says, and you did nothing further. So you just accepted the bias, didn't even try to make her better. And then I got to ask the question, show me the records on the other males. Did you train them? And they're like, well, yeah, we offered them retraining. There you go. It's over. You're done. And so go back to writing. Was there something in writing that showed she was evaluated, tested, retrained, et cetera?
We're back to credibility determinations as well, and corroborating evidence and all of that. Yeah.
99% of cases are not about law. They're about facts.
Yeah.